Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bigby Plays the Deed. Alright, the last time we played this, we were able to get away. Just got free. We didn't get caught. However, we still didn't get the manor. I'd rather keep my coat today. We're gonna be as nice as we can. Then we're gonna thank her. We're gonna speak to Father. Hang on, we're not gonna speak to him first. I want to see if I can trigger this. If this triggers something. And then see if we get like new lines of dialogue with him. Man, my walking animation is so stiff. Hello, Father. I will have considered to put her back in care. Alright, civil. That was a civil conversation we had with Pop. Here to make amends. Will she be okay? Yeah, I want to know if my sissy's gonna be okay, you know, man. I'm gonna go talk to sis. I still don't know why any character would make, like, how are you feeling, Jennifer? I see you are still collecting the mirrors. Alright. No, I don't want the shotgun. Excessive jewelry. Alright, but I know what weapon I want to hold on to. I want this Q. Take Q and tuck it inside your coat. I'm not going to talk to George, but I still need to figure out what item I need. Can I look at this bread? Yeah. I want to ask you about your time here. God damn it! I always mash through that one. Well, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm really stretching. I didn't want to go back in there. Or up in the drawer, writing desk, poetry, your sister's handwriting. Penned to an I guess it's the new mate. Take one of the poems. Yes. Now I have an idea. Now we can incriminate someone else. I don't know who I'm going to incriminate, but I think I'm going to incriminate my sister. Well, she's going to be choked, so... Being nice, you know. Yeah, they weren't offered me. Well, fuck you, bitch. Alright? Just because you're my sister. Alright. We need to put in the love letter. We put the love letter in the maid's room. Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games which have been forbidden. In dusty old rooms of this house in which I live in, come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. You find yourself unable to continue reading this poem. You're pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word, and the rest doesn't really rhyme. Alright, now if we strangle her, can I make it back to... Oh no, I didn't want to... I didn't mean to do that. Oh, 5 seconds. Fuck that. Damn it, the maid's coming. Mr. Aaron, I thought I heard... It's my sister, she's dead. Yeah, what if I was there first? No, this is different. This is interesting. I'm the chief inspector. Alright. I have been quiet all this time. But now it's time for the interview. Alright, thank you for joining me. Formalities. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Alright, on with the interview. Start with the beginning. First you arrived. The maid and his mother, surely you wanted. I thought I might have to leave soon. In this weather, Mr. Bruce, that seems quite unlikely. Later, you went to speak to the maid again. Curious. I wanted to make sure my family was treating her well. I thought he might be making her life difficult. As it turns out, I was completely wrong. I see. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother. I was being sincere. I see. Do you think it is slightly suspicious that you suddenly want to reconcile after all this time? No, I don't think so. Very well, then. She's... I was really worried about my mother. You see, my mother has been suicidal herself. Actually, I thought the conversation was quite civil. For her own well-being, I wanted her saved. Yes, I did. You spoke about her condition. I was aware that she was going through a particularly difficult time. Well, I see. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand you were in an argument involving the builder. You felt he was being treated unfairly. My family always treats him poorly. I understand. You were the one who discovered your sister's body. However, it was not until the maid screamed that the alarm was raised. Unfortunately, this does make you a prime suspect. As I said earlier, you have completed your initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister, which apparently cleared her special romantic towards the maid. Given that we found it in the maid's room, we could infer that she had read it. Perhaps it's proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relationship that would make her a suspect. I will clearly have more questions for her. I am curious about the murder weapon. Your sister was beaten to death with a billiards cue, which belonged to your father. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading to this... Oh. Well, shit. We're doing the girl. We're going to girl. Well, that sucked. But hey, this episode ended really quickly. But we're gonna do a twofer. We're gonna do 2 times over. 2 times over. We're gonna do 2 times. Alright? Because that last one was pretty much me fucking up. Was me just fucking up. Excuse me. Me fucking up everything. Yes, take it. Blessed thing is wet. You're new, aren't you? Alright. That might be. I'm very busy. Thank you. Alright. First thing I want. I can sprint. Found the sprint button. I will take a poem. Because that's what I want. I know she has a poem. I forgot this game, the RPG makers have sprint buttons. So that makes everything better all of a sudden. But we're going to speak to my sister first. Of all things, we're going to speak to her first. Takes a rat to smell a rat. It's about to come to an end. Ha ha ha! Oh, you always were a funny, proud little rat. Funny, smelly, proud, irritating little... Go away. I don't want to speak to you anymore. I'll make that bitch pay. She doesn't understand the pain that's coming. Speak to mother. I'm here to make amends because we are such a good boy. Excuse me. Will she be okay? Alright. That was mother. Now we need to talk to father. Hello, father. It's your birthday. I need to be here. I have my own life. It's a civil conversation. That was good of us. Father, son, talking it over like true men. Right, and I don't want to talk to the butler. But I do want to talk to the maid, and I don't want to mash through the conversation. I want to ask you about your time with my family. Oh? Has George been bothering you? Does my mother treat you well? Fuck it. Does my mother treat you well? How's mother treating you? She has a habit of falling into bad terms with servants. I can't imagine why. She has been an absolute delight to work for. She even increased my salary when your sister's condition deteriorated, and I have provided some care for her. Not every employer would have done that. So, I am extremely grateful. I only worry that Jennifer's strange outburst causes your mother too much stress. More than once, I've heard her swear that she can't take it anymore. I'm sorry. I must go back to work now. I will ring the bell when dinner is ready. No. We're gonna rat poison this bitch. You can only pick up... Yes, poison is a nice clean weapon. At least all the murder stories. I'll ring the bells, call everyone. Alright. I was going to go for the knife and stab the bitch, but if we can poison her, it might be a little bit better. Mom wants wine. But we're gonna say... Careful, mother. Don't drink yourself to death. Everybody gets mad at me. I say I'm apologizing because that's the kind of guy I am. Yes, Miss Jennifer. Sophia, she's her advantages and your advantages. Alright. 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 Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We need to plant it. Sophia doesn't want any of this shit, bitch. Sophia don't want it. Sophia don't want it, man. Sophia's not a lesbian. Alright. The silent weapon of an intelligent killer sprinkled over the cakes on the table you could easily mistake for frosting of sugar. Having added a generous portion of your special topping to the cakes, you step back to the shadows and watch to make sure she's... Sure enough, she soon turns the plate and devours 2 of them in quick succession. The poison works surprisingly quickly. She began to choke. Her stomach nerves. She falls to the ground in front of you. Examine the body to make sure she isn't breathing before placing the container of poison on the desk. The deed is done. You have time to leave the room before anybody discovers it. 20 seconds. Damn. Can I leave? No. Did you hear that, sir? I want to go in the kitchen. You hear the maid coming. Don't go back that way. Upstairs. Shit. We're back in my room. I had 20 seconds and I chose my room. Yes. We get the house now. I made my amends. Good evening. This is it. This is the house I get. The interview. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Bruce. This won't take long. Alright, let's do this professionally. As I know, you spoke to everyone. Alright. Let's start from the beginning. The maid said you and the butler arrived shortly after that you speak to the medical corps. What were you curious about? I wanted to make sure my family were treating her well. So you spoke to your mother, which is an excellent employer. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. I was being sincere. No, I don't think so. Well, then. She said you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently, you seemed quite concerned about her well-being. Mother and I concerned that she might drag her life. You went to see... Actually, I thought it was a quite civil conversation. You refused to do so under any circumstance, I understand. I might have considered it at some point in the future, but it wasn't practical at the time. My father had a hard time understanding that. Ah, I think I understand. She speaks... Yes. See. It was brief, as most conversations I've had with my sister. She called me a rat, not wanting to be insulted further. I soon left the room. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it from her. Well, the events took place during dinner. How'd your mother's drinking habits? I felt I had to say something. I thought she was drinking far too much. Do you think she has anything to do with her difficulties of coping with your sister's conditions? Almost certainly. Interesting. Apparently, you accused your sister of making unwanted advances toward the maid. I felt I needed to call attention to it. She was just embarrassing herself. So your sister had strong feelings for the maid. Yes, very strong feelings. But I'm not sure how the maid knew anything about it. I see. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Upstairs. The landing. I see. Oh, you passed through the shore before the scream. Apparently, you seemed in a hurry to get somewhere. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial approach of the property. We found a poem your sister wrote with romantic feelings for the maid. Even that we found in the maid's room, we completely sure that she read it. Perhaps it is proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relation that could make her something. I will certainly have more questions for her, at least. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The poison had apparently been sprinkled upon some cakes which the maid had prepared. However, you must have passed through the pantry in order to speak to the maid in the kitchen. Of course, your sister may have done this herself if it was suicide. If it is all very interesting, I will be completely honest with you, Mr. Bruce. Your behavior this evening has given me cause for suspicion. Additionally, I think it is entirely thought that the butler is somehow involved, but I feel quite certain that the maid isn't telling me something. Despite the questioning marks your mother despite any question marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment that she did this. The possibility of suicide must be considered, although I am personally unconvinced. Now, as for what happens next, I'm going to ask you to come think of the question. Am I under arrest? Not certainly. Oh, come on. Though you were brought in for further questioning, the police determined that there was not enough evidence to arrest you. Yes! Sophia the maid was the only one to be arrested, remained the prime suspect. After a long and difficult trial, she was finally convicted of the murder of your sister in a very controversial verdict. The case caused quite a scandal in the national media, and Sophia gained a lot of unwanted celebrity in the process. She became known as the public imagination as the killer chambermaid. With no other heirs remaining, your father reversed his plans, then cut you out of his will. When your parents died, you inherited everything. Dunshire House was yours, along with the fortune that came with it. However, George the butler found himself unable to continue serving in the place after what had happened. As you spent many long, sleepless nights wandering through the rooms of your house, you found that its emptiness was reflected within yourself. You had become hollow inside, free of everything but nightmares that continued to haunt you. We got the house. We got the house, and we didn't go to jail. I wasn't satisfied, but at the same time, probably could have done it with the father. Just used the shotgun. But who knows? But that will do it for today. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.